I was going through the internet and I saw a really cool article. The article is actually written by a Russian publication naming Palantir as one of the main reasons why Ukraine is doing so well and essentially what we're facing as the Russian army. This Russian article is written from a Russian news source, and I believe that this Russian article is actually based in Germany. Now, I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but this article keeps reloading. Sometimes I get an error, sometimes I don't, but I was able to screenshot everything just in case. I'm gonna read you this article that actually brings you to another article written by FCW. In this video, I wanna read you this article just so you understand that Palantir is a freaking beast. Absolutely a game changer when it comes to military and military defense, as well as AI data analytics, military processing of information, both tactical and non-tactical, on the battlefield and off the battlefield. Let me read you this quick article and tell me what you guys think. This is the first article. I'm gonna leave a link to this down below. Again, I'm not sure if it's gonna load or not. I know that we understand that Palantir is in Ukraine. Unofficially, we know this, right? Like not 100% confirmed. However, it's really nice to hear articles or read articles like this that essentially reaffirms our suspicions in a positive way that Palantir is in fact kicking ass and taking freaking names in this geopolitical uncertainty we know as the invasion of Ukraine, aka special military operation. American Palantir takes part in hostilities in Ukraine, as per the media. The UAF's Ukrainian Armed Forces September offensive in the Kharkov region was largely supported by American weapons, planning, and intelligence assistance, in particular provided by Pentagon contractor Palantir. FCW reported last week. That's another publication. In the course of the participation in the conflict in Ukraine, the U.S. military is also exploring the possibility of accelerating the transmission of data from satellites to ground units. Who might have a Iron Man 3 Tony Stark crazy-ass satellite meta constellation system in outer space that can do something like this? As an example, FCW, again, that's the other article, cites the activities of Palantir, a pioneer in the field of processing big data for the benefit of intelligence agency, now a contractor from the Pentagon, the company developing the Meta Constellation product. If you're unfamiliar with Meta Constellation, this is literally from Palantir's website. Harness the power of satellite constellations to empower decision-making on Earth. And then there's an entire demo that you can see, but let's do very simple. Deploy AI to orbit. Meta Constellation brings hundreds of satellites to bear on your most complex problems. Hundreds of satellites. They can literally find a piece of debris this size in outer space. Now, I'm not just making that shit up. If you listen to podcasts, they literally said that, like their space division. It's insane what Palantir could do. But for some reason, some people are still gonna call Palantir a meme stock. And to this, I'm gonna say, level 6, mother effers! Integrate with a mesh of existing satellites, optimize hundreds of orbital, terrestrial, and aircraft sensors and AI models, enable users to ask time-sensitive questions across the entire planet. Boom! The company that developed the Meta Constellation product, it helps users locate objects in real time. For examples, in areas where HIMARS systems were used against Russian troops on a Russian tank company, cites examples FCW. A Meta Constellation user has the ability to request using an AI system all possible data from satellites flying over areas, radio signals, images in infrared, light, or aerial photographs. The processing of this data is also carried out by an AI system. The commander on the battlefield only needs to formulate the right request. What exactly is a HIMAR? This is a HIMAR. Is a light multiple rocket launcher developed in the late 1990s for the United States and mounted on a standard United States Army medium tactical vehicle. Basically, it's a rocket system. Now, I'm not a military expert, but you take one of these bad mamma jammas, You add the satellites from Meta constellation and you just say, hey, boom, 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 and it's all over. Now, I don't mean to be rude or insensitive, and I apologize that anybody's getting hurt, that anybody's dying, and I understand that war is really, really bad. This is a finance channel, so I'm going to talk about what I know. I'm invested in Palantir, and Palantir is bringing the difference between the David and Goliath story. It's not always might makes right. Military might does not always make right, especially in this case. And because you have Palantir that is showing that a smaller country like Ukraine can defend itself against a larger country like Russia, Palantir is going to be at the forefront of tactical defense for many nations, not only the United States, but her allies. Which allies? All of NATO. I have a feeling NATO is going to be literally lining up around the block, begging for what Palantir has. The war of yesterday is over. Palantir was one of the few company expected Russia to invade Ukraine. I believe they expected this, and that's why Ukraine was ready with stingers, with javelins, with bodysuits and armors, night vision, so on and so forth, Kevlar vests. Why? Because America was there, NATO was there 6 months in advance. Was not one of, but probably the only company that said Ukraine can actually win this thing. Ukraine was supposed to be taken in 3 days. Now, people might say, oh, but Russia's not using everything they got. All of this is irrelevant. At the end of the day, Ukraine was supposed to be taken in 3 days. It's now been over half a year. It's been a very, very long time, actually 3/4 of a year now. And Ukraine is doing phenomenally well. Not even on the brink of getting taken over, phenomenally well. Winning, losing, this I'm not going to argue. But they are doing phenomenally well and definitely a lot better than anybody could expect. Why? They know where to attack. They know where not to attack. They know where to be, when to be, and they know where to avoid at what time. Precision, AI analytics in near real time. Essentially, Russia is fighting blind while Ukraine has the best set of binoculars in the world. They literally have Superman X-ray vision, and that X-ray vision superpowers is literally called Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR. Palantir was founded in 2004. It was funded by the CIA's nonprofit venture capital fund. The company is a pioneer in the developing of big data, initially working only for the US intelligence community. Last summer, Palantir invested in a startup that processes data from connected cars. This is Wejo. And this is very, very important. Just understand this last thing. A frank publication about the participation, even potential of Palantir in the hostilities in Ukraine demonstrates who and what our military actually has to deal with. This is not the armed forces of Ukraine. Now, as I said, this newspaper article is going on and off all day long. I don't know if they printed something that they shouldn't. And they are mentioning another article where this is all coming from. I will leave a link to this down below. This is a Russian publication. From my understanding, this is a Russian publication in Germany. The original wording is in Russian. This is translated in English, and the translation is a valid translation. And that's where we are right now. I thought it would be really, really cool for you guys to understand what exactly Palantir is. And this is a crash course, introductory course for people that don't know what Palantir is. Besides for this, and I'm going to keep saying it, we got level 6 impact level clearance. We are one of only 3 companies: Microsoft, Amazon, AWS, and Palantir. That's it. We are on the brink, on the cusp, an inch away from being officially the one and only Department of Defense software prime. Palantir had a fantastic day. The stock market rallied, but in general, Palantir is trading at around $8 a share. It is near a 52-week high, off a little bit of the 52-week high, but very close to it. Do you think that a company that allows a smaller country like Ukraine to defend themselves and possibly win against an invasion, I'm not saying an invasion, against an invasion, against a country like Russia, is valued more than $15-16 billion? I think so, yes. I think that analysts will soon get their shit together, and next year they will be upgrading the mother effing heck out of Palantir. Palantir is a monster. I don't want to hear nothing. And anybody that says that Palantir is a meme stock, let me ask you this serious question. When's the last time AMC and Bed Bath & Beyond saved a country from total annihilation due to an invasion from perceivably the second largest military might of our time? It's not going to happen. What is AMC going to do? Throw movie tickets at them? I mean, their movie theaters are not all that, but they're not bad enough to make Russia not invade Ukraine. That is a meme stock. Palantir is not a meme stock. It is official at the highest levels, validated by the highest authorities in the land, and internationally and nationally known all over the world as the biggest, baddest, mother effing AI data analytics company there is. Have a great day. Don't forget the likes, the shares, and subscribe. I'm out.